doing? I'm here. That's where I'm at. Hello, YouTubers, and thank you so much for all your support as always. My name's Teacher Tommy T. It's fantastic to be live here with you tonight. Asking you the question though, school uniforms, for or against? There are lots of pros and cons to this question, and I've had this debate many a time with students from past high schools who've gone through that process, mainly in Britain, because I'm aware that in America, uniforms are very much a very uncommon thing that you don't have them really, unless perhaps it's more privatized. I don't know. Let me know, educate me, as I would like to always find out from other people. But are we for or against? Let me know why you are. Always tell me why. I like to hear for, I like to hear for against, and I'll tell you my opinions on why I think people do it, or like what they do. And because I've been doing lots of videos about non-school uniform, and this question's been sparked by you guys. This is how it works, isn't it? You know, I'm a teacher, and when I put up my videos and I get absolutely loads of support for you from you guys, you know, I have 430,000 of you almost who are fantastic at writing in the comments, and this is my way of giving back to say thank you. And I read the comments, and Americans are like, us over here, we don't have non-school uniform day. We're always non-school uniform. You're like, all right. And the Brits are like, yeah, you have to think about what you got to wear, and it's quite controversial. So, right, let's get into it. I'm going to read your comments as much as I can. And first off, before we get going, I just want to say thank you so much for the amazing support, guys, as always. We've got this beautiful play button here, and we're almost going to hit 500,000 followers. Now, a lot of people gift on here, and all I want to say is you don't have to do that. And my major way of you showing your appreciation for my channel is to like, comment, and share, and tell your friends and your family, your parents about my channel so they can come and watch. That is all I'm looking for. Anything else you guys give, that is an absolute bonus, but I'm not here for that. But anyway, thank you so much. Let's get into this, and it's time to read your comments. Just get this cough out of the way. Right, let's get into it. So, the pinafores are horrible. I love that. The pinafores are horrible. So I'm like against, and you deserve that play button. Thank you so much, Riley. Thank you so much. I'm sure you don't sound like that. I hate it when like we don't wear uniforms because I have to think of what to wear, and that's why I like uniforms. You see, now that's one of my strong arguments with lots of my students, and I have this debate. And if you're from England, the idea of thinking about what to wear every single day and keeping up the fashions, that can be quite expensive and stressful. Whereas when you use a uniform, everyone's got to wear it. But shout out to the people who like to push the uniform. What I mean by that is like the tie where it's got to be a certain length, but you have it here, like the knot's not there, or one little button maybe undone in a certain fashion, or the collar's flicked up. I've always been like, they're that person, or a sleeves rolled up. Some schools are ridiculous though with it. I think it's a little bit too far-fetched. But anyway, good shout out on those comments. Stop, I hate uniforms. Fiona, stop, I hate uniforms. Straight in there. Our high school seems to be quite strict with uniforms. We can't even wear leggings. I guess it's too cold for that in the Highlands. I don't know. Like I said, some schools are really strict about things. Like I heard a lot of you put, we can't even wear coats in class. I don't get that one. Why you can't wear a coat in class? As long as you've got the hood up too much, I think it's a bit strange. But there you go. You've got the uniform underneath. So what's the issue? 4, as it reduces the chances of bullying and can't stop kids feeling bad if they can't afford it. Yes, you see, that's a very strong argument for uniforms. Thank you so much for that great argument. Anyone against? I'm trying to see if I can make the argument fair and unbiased. I'm with school uniform and not. I can argue for both sides. No bullying due to clothes, yes, but then there's an expression and freedom, and I can't pick. But I'm mainly a no uniform. I like that answer. That's fantastic. Really good way of looking at both sides. You will go far in life when you can do that. Very diplomatic. And great arguments. Great arguments. Yes, the idea you can express yourself with your colours. Football shirts are always a controversial one. If you came to school wearing Norwich City in a Suffolk school, you would undoubtedly obviously be not only a legend, but brave. Because I used to go to a place called Bungay High School, loved it. But even my PE teacher, a legend that she was, Miss Draper, I think her name was, she was an Ipswich fan. She'd go, Eggy, why you got, what's that you wearing? No. I just loved all that. And great teacher she was. She was an Ipswich fan, bless her. So a little bit confused at her old age now. My primary school almost changed from jumpers to blazers, and please do me a shout. I'm fine and uniform, but don't like smart. I get you. Aqua water cup computer labs. Oh, that was a lot to read there. Someone's giving me a lot of emojis. I'm trying to read all that. I hate school uniform. It's uncomfortable. Yes, there's an argument for that. I wish I could wear a football shirt, except I'd be killed for wearing an English shirt because I go to a Welsh school. True. There is a definite... I think, especially in rugby, like everyone hates the English when it comes to rugby, but not in a bad racial way. It's just a thing. Absolutely fine. Congratulations to Ireland, by the way, who won the Six Nations. They were outstanding. But I love rugby for different reasons. I'm so against school uni. It's uncomfortable, and there's too many strict rules on how to wear your uniform. I'd rather wish whatever I could express myself. See, now that is a good argument why school uniform is a little bit crazy. If certain measures schools have, but like the length of your tie, the length of your tie is a strange one, isn't it? Against with warning signs. Again, I love this. Our shirt top buttons is so tight with a clip-on tie, and top of that, my neck is only so small, so it chokes me. That's horrific. And the teachers never let me take it off. That is, that's a little bit too far for me. Yeah, some good. Oh, it's a really interesting argument tonight. Vibes VR says my uni is uncomfortable and uniform, and all my friends have really uncomfortable versions of them. Yes, I know what you're saying there. Someone just hit me up with a gift there. Thank you so much. That's very kind of you. In my school, girls get after school detentions for wearing skirts above the knee thing. That is always, and we saw some schools having in England recently protesting about certain sort of things like that, didn't we? It was interesting. Yeah, I think there's a certain, if that's the rule, and you start the year and that's it, and you start tweaking it, I think, you gotta be careful. So yeah, I do get why schools are like, that's the height, that's what it should be, that's the rule. So yeah, I think for a lot of schools, it would say it's mainly for dignity as well. And it's just for that reason. If you are a young person who disagrees with that, let us know in the comments. That's absolutely fine. We're all allowed our opinions. And that wasn't my opinion. That's just, I know why some schools would do that. This is on Twitch. Is it on Twitch? I'm on Twitch. I don't think I'm doing any gaming though. Very expensive for some schools. Not fun wearing uniform. It can be. School uniform can be expensive as well. I hear if you're buying the blazer, the tie, the trousers, the shoes, that can be a big thing. But obviously, if you get bursaries, maybe not so much. But it's still a cost. My day's been good, thank you. Got a cold. Struggling to shift it, but we'll get there. Lemsip Max, other Lemsips will suffice, is what I'm using. Because some kids might worry about what they wear, and they might think they will get bullied. So I think uniforms should be there so people aren't worried. Yeah, because it unifies you. It instantly unifies you on the same thing. You'll notice that in Britain when it gets to non-school uniform day, like, Ewan, thank you so much for that one. So much. Shankshaft, thank you so much. That's very, very kind of you. Thank you. Have you seen Stranger Things? Yes, I have. Love Stranger Things. Although we've got to wait, 2 years for the next one? I do apologise for my cough, guys. No, I hope that's not hurting the sound. Honestly, uniform is good, says Ella, as it shows smart and stuff, but the shirt is really uncomfortable. Hearing that a lot about the shirts tonight. We are forced to wear blazers in 34-degree heats. My head teacher gives detention for stupid reasons. There's a lot of... It starts positive and then it gets quite cross. Like the total for one of everything you need to came to total was 500. Jenny. Thank you, Jenny. Yes. Really? That's crazy. What school was that? Oh, no, don't say what school was it. But that sounds like, when I say what school, is it like a public school or a private school? That's what I meant to say, I should say. Never say your schools on here, guys. Always be safe online. You're the best. Love your videos. Thank you so much. It's uncomfortable. I'm getting that. The blazers in the summer. What do you think, Catherine? My wife's here. She's my admin on this channel. Do you think children with the school uniform should be have to wear blazers when it's really hot?
Ridiculous. You're meant to be there to learn.
Yeah.
And if you can't be comfortable, then you're not going to learn, are you?
I agree. And I mean, in a workplace, I've seen businessmen and women or business people, I should say, take their blazers off, So they've got a shirt and tie, maybe even bring the tie off a little bit to, and undo the collar maybe for safe reasons. So I'm always amazed when I hear that about schools. When I went to Bungay High, that certainly was not the case. You could take your blazer off. It was too warm. They had some amazing, very simple rules with that. Don't think it's changed. So big up Bungay High. They kept it real back then. Loved it. Claria Rusta Roga, as they used to say at Bungay High. Wonderful place. Eddie is coming back in season 5. I think he is too. No spoilers though. No spoilers with your theoretical but positive ways. They reckon Eddie's going to come back in season 5 of Stranger Things. I think it is.
Oh.
Resurrects. So sorry. Tickly cough. Hello, I'm supposed to be doing my spelling homework, but instead I'm watching you. What are your spellings? Let's help you out. Oh, what's this about piercings? Because that comes under uniform. If you want piercings at my school, it's impossible, since you obviously need to keep the piercings in for a few weeks. But in PE, you have to take them out or you get detention. So it's really unfair. Yep. And the reason that is very simple. Playing badminton, you're playing something like tennis, cricket, frisbee, or a tagging game, an invasion game. Someone catches that earring and that comes out, you'll know about it. So unfortunately, yes, I will always say that I would, if you ever do piercings, yes, check the school. Obviously, check your parents first, but do it over the summer. Do it over the summer where you can get that time, or Easter. Don't do it during school time, because that is going to cause you a problem. But I would always check with your parents and the school first. I agree with them that, but they should be less strict. That's how it is in my school. Yes, don't be too strict. Do I like Harry Potter? Yeah, I'm a Slytherin fan. If you see my YouTube shorts, you'll know that I'm a Slytherin fan. In my school, everyone would trick the teachers by getting those sticky diamonds and putting them on their ears. Oh, I know exactly what you mean, the sticky diamonds. Yes, I think we did that at my school back in the day. Teacher Tommy T, I was coming back from a running race on the bus and my friend handed her phone to me and your vid's on. Lol, made me feel better. Well, thank you so much. That's really kind of you, Lane. Thank you so much. I really appreciate your kind feedback. What year do I mostly teach? I can't say, to protect my students in my school. I always give it. I'm a SEND teacher. I teach dance and drama, sports, travel training, independence training, all that, and much, much more. But I won't say exactly where I work until I get full approval. Big up the Australian flags there from Scissors. I am for it. This is because it makes it so no one is different and would get compared due to how rich the person is. And the designer labels and skirts from my school make it easier to, yeah, exactly. So I do think, yeah, you've just got to be really careful thinking about designer labels and stuff. So maybe if it was a non-school uniform, you wouldn't be allowed that. I think that's a good shout because it can have an effect. Also, if you do have designer, people could be really funny towards you, the reverse, and think, oh, well, you got that. So yeah, there is that. Maybe you've got a really nice hoodie. Someone might take it. So you've got to think about that. Uniforms make you more stressed. I'm fully against them. Fair enough.
No, I think that uniforms are good because
it's coming from my wife. This is
time thinking about what you're wearing and you can't compare people.
I agree. I do think that's a hard one not to argue against, isn't it? Where you don't have to. Am I married? Yes, there's the ring, and over there is my wife. Do you want to say hello?
Hello.
Hello. We are married, aren't we?
Yeah.
10 years. 10 years. Coming up to 11 years now, isn't it? She's raised her eyebrows there.
Yeah.
Wow, she doesn't even know.
I was thinking how long we've been together. 13 years together next week.
Yeah, April 1st. This topic brings the dress code into this because girls can't even wear anything like shorts, tank tops, anything like that. Back to the topic. I believe students should wear whatever they like. Yeah, fair enough. I do think it's a lot more restricting on students, female students. Yeah, that can be a big thing. Let me know about your comments on that one as well. Hi, Tommy. I'm in the comment you read out. The Eddie subbed. Andy subbed. Sorry if I didn't see that. Ali Sherlock, thank you so much for the donation. That's very kind of you. How old are you? You guys can guess if you like. Please do. There you go. That's what I normally look like. Hello, everyone. So I have 2 kids. I'm married. So there's some hints there about how old I am. I know you're thinking baby face. That's very kind of you. But let me know. Okay. Leah just triggered me. She says 52. Leah, switch those numbers around, love. That shocking. Okay. I open myself up this Sky page. You need to go to Specsavers 2. Scissors, 38 to 42. Scissors, 47. Right. Okay. You lot, if I could bar you, if I knew what the buttons were. Bonzo, I like you, 29. Jamie Allen, I like you, 34. Vickers, no, 45. Offensive. Lane, you hit the nail on the head there. 69, you're just saying the number. You know what you're doing. We all know who you are. Haley Kidd, 32. I like you. Thank you very much. The Random Geezer, I always knew I liked you. 22. Taylor Swift, 22. Ooh. Say bottle of water. Bottle of water. So I'm actually 35. There you go. I'm 35. January 20th. It's on my famous celebrity thing. So I'm 35 years old. Thank you so much for finding that out. 63 Defo 100% Faye. Right. If I knew what schools you lot are at, I'd be speaking to your head teachers. Thanks very much. My first year in secondary school, they changed it and my uniform cost over £100. Yes, I think mine was at Bungay, but this is a long time ago. If any of you know how much your uniforms are, that's really interesting. Let us know. That's a very interesting. £100. I think it's a lot. D&T, yeah, you need to wear your own aprons and gloves. Yes, but there are people who get support for that in schools through bursaries. So uniforms are good if people start wearing inappropriate outfits, or people start making fun of those outfits. But there should be 2 outfits for cold and hot weather. I think that is a great point. Hits with Trenton. Great point. There should be a summer and a winter uniform dress code. I totally agree.
Back at my school, it was just polo shirts and a jumper. And
is this Heatherset?
Yeah.
Heatherset.
Obviously, you didn't have to wear a jumper. Yeah. Now they've changed to blazers, but you shouldn't have to wear that. As long as you've got smart clothes, it shouldn't matter. Heatherset
Academy there. Well, it wasn't Academy.
Heatherset High.
Heatherset High. I went to Bungay High. Both great schools. Catherine had a great time at her school. I had a great time at mine. I was feeling sad and I switched on your YouTube and I was worse. No, I'm joking. It doesn't say that. I switched on your YouTube shorts and you made me smile. Well, thank you so much. S7B1 Brothers. Remember, my shorts, I'm glad they made you feel happy for about 5 or 10 seconds. But remember, put that phone down. Go talk to those people you need to talk to and hopefully get that sorted out, because that's where it matters. Family, friends, the real community. This is just a fun page for 10, 15 seconds. Go and talk to those family and friends. Don't ever feel like that online, okay? Look after yourself. Now, the boys have to wear trousers in the summer, or it's really hot in the summer, and we have PE uniform. Yeah, see, again, boys should be allowed to wear shorts. I mean, I've always liked the student who comes into my lesson who wears shorts in the middle of winter. Not only are they insane, I find them quite humorous, but that's how they want to be. I think that's a sensory thing as well. Am I a real teacher? I really hope so. I stood in front of about 8 or 9 kids today. Otherwise, that would be pretty dodgy. So yeah, no, I am a real teacher. I'm an SEN teacher, special educational needs. Thank you for asking, though. Question: do you actually like Harry Potter? If you do, which one? Harry Potter, I like. Well, I'll ask Catherine first. She's a huge Potterhead. Which Harry Potter do you like?
Which film do you mean?
Well, you've read the books. I like the Half-Blood Prince. I think that's a brilliant story.
Goblet of Fire.
Goblet of Fire, yeah. Yeah, mainly because the guy from Twilight's probably in it.
Obviously, when I read it, I didn't know it was the guy from Twilight.
Yeah, she's a Twilight fan as well. But yeah, I'm a Slytherin fan through and through, as you can tell, because in my YouTube shorts I wear the tie. Phoebe Lambert, thank you so much for your donation. Wow, guys, really generous. Thank you so much. Football or soccer? It's football, not soccer. I appreciate that because you pronounce it wrong. Beds Drake, thank you so much from two quid from you as well. Thank you so much, guys. Really, really generous stuff. I can't say what year I teach, but I appreciate you asking. I'm a SEN teacher from Norwich. Please shout out. It would mean a lot to me. I'm not even that amazing myself. And to give shout out, if that brings any joy. Omni Rat, I wish you all the very best. And thank you so much for your amazing support. You're the best teacher ever. I wish you were my teacher. You have such great tactics. It's really true. Also, I just finished my homework. Okay, let's just break this down. Josh is cool. Josh, you are cool. You also have teachers at your school who are brilliant. Okay, just because they don't do YouTube and TikTok doesn't make them uncool. The fact they give you time and they want to help and do get you to be the best you could be, They are the coolest teachers. Look around, and I think one day you'll forget how lucky you were to have them. Look up and say thanks to your teachers. Now appreciate them more. I'm not sure about my tactics. I mean, my students still beat me in sport. And the last thing you put, it's really true. Also, I finished my homework. Love hearing someone come on here who's done their homework and then they come on here after. That is a top student. Good for you, Josh. You obviously got good teachers teaching you the right way, and good family. I'm being bullied. How do I deal with it? He threatened to, that's horrendous. I told my teachers and they did nothing as nobody remembered it. Also, how do I prevent people from being right? Never take anything to your own actions, okay, for preventing others. You do need to lobby your teachers. Again, you need to get your parents up to the school until that's sorted out. That's the first thing you need to do. Do not battle this on your own. Never battle on your own. That'll always go south. I always have students who then say, they said this for years. They said this about a friend, then I hit them and now I'm in trouble. Yeah, because you hit them. So go back to that school with your parents and get it sorted. That's the best way to do things, okay? Don't take it to your own hands. If they're picking on you online, switch that phone off, block them. Maybe take a few snapshots of like what they said as evidence. Be careful about what you reply, and then block them, and then speak to your teacher so you've got the evidence as well. Do not delete anything that you've said as well, because it might be there. I'm a fan. I love your videos. Thank you, Simon Clark. Hope that's helping, guys. What do you rate the British school? Oh, what was that question? Someone's asked me to rate something. What do you rate the British school system 1 to 10? Right now, that's a great question. I was very sad to hear in the news about that head teacher. I think that was one of the most saddest things I've heard for a long time. That brought it down in the rating. That's a very controversial question. I'm going to say a 7. And that's such a diplomatic thing to say. There's always room for improvement, but I think we are doing better than other places are. So that's all I can say. Apologies for the cough tonight, guys. School is very stressful, mainly due to the homework. Do you have any advice for keeping on top of homework? Right. Realistic targets. Putting the phone away. Giving yourself time to do the homework. Not leaving it to last minute. Every student seems to do the opposite. I think when you're given homework, if you get home just for 5 minutes, get a snack, get a drink, just for 5 minutes, look over that homework. If you feel like, I know I can complete that at a set time, then okay, leave it for a bit. But if it's one you're going to struggle with, don't put that away. Attack it early. In fact, the next day, go in and say to your teacher, I'm struggling with this. Can you explain it? That tells your teacher that you care. If you're a person who just doesn't hand it in, they will get upset with that. And they're trying to teach you to get things in on deadline. So attack it early if you think it's going to be quite a tricky one. Maybe have a study group as well. Would that work? Could you have a friend come over and work that with you? Could you go to a local library? Could you turn your phone off? Find less distractions around you. Work for 25 minutes. Have a 10-minute break. That's what a good person at St. John Lehman said. He's great, the revision guy. So yeah, that would be my tips. And there's many more as well you can find online, I'm sure. I'm on spring break. You love spring break over in America, don't you? Tommy, I have my BTEC results coming out soon, tomorrow. And my bio teacher and I talked about my attendance and we've sorted out a plan. That's fantastic, Faye. I'm very pleased. Faye got some fantastic grades in her last mock. So we're rooting for Faye with her GCSE journey. So good luck to her. Say my username, please. Just your local simp. Hello. I said your name. I'm going to get rid of this cough. Next time I come alive, I will have a drink with me. I do apologise. I don't want to leave. Ronaldo or Messi. It used to be Ronaldo, but Messi won the World Cup. So I think it's hard to say anything different now, isn't it? You help me understand why school does certain things like detentions. Yeah, again, like, I mean, detentions are there for that reason, to show law and order, really, to prepare you so you don't get fired. I mean, imagine you go to work one day late, swear at your boss, don't wear the correct uniform, and don't hand us, a paperwork in on time. You'd be dismissed. So, that is why we have those detentions, to teach you the morals as well. Deadlines, how you should behave with your colleagues, and much, much more. No teacher wants to do detentions, by the way. It means we have to stay late. Jamie Allen says, I have my GCSEs coming up. Do you have any tips? I'm going to have a whole session on that very soon, but please check out Sir John Lehman School on pages like TikTok as well as YouTube, because they do some good tips. But I will be doing a top tips for GCSEs very soon. I would definitely say get yourself a revision timetable first. Let's just do step one, a revision timetable. Monday to Sunday, everything that you do during that week needs to go down, including extracurricular activities. And that's when you're going to look for slots when you can start doing revision. What type of revision? I'd say past papers are great. Speak to your teachers individually and tell them what they would say would be a good thing to be researching, and always revise things that you don't know when you not revise things that you do know, because that's just silly. You're just not going to get anything done. Final tip I'd say right now, these are only small tips, 25 minutes on, 10 minutes off, 25 minutes on, 10 minutes off, or 2010, 2010, 2010 if you've got things like ADHD, and put that phone away for a little bit as well. I hope that's helpful. There are a lot more tips I will give very soon. I was in your last stream about the cornflake tart, and my grandma said she'd make it for me. It looks amazing. That's so good. I tell you what, being better, it'd be great if you made it with her. Make it with her. She'd love that. Grandparents love it when you go, hey, grandma, can I sit down and make that with you? Tell me about your school. Talk to your family. Put that phone down. Talk to your family. Have those conversations. Live in that moment. Yeah, it's great. What a lovely thing to hear. I'm really glad that had a positive impression. I hope you see this, Tommy. I just got home from school and practice. I walk into my room and I was looking for my bird, and he's passed away on the bottom of the cage. Oh, that's so sad. Will you give me a shout? Of course we would. Perfectly, Cassie. We are all very sorry to hear about your bird. Can I suggest you get a new one called a canary? They're beautiful things. They make a lovely sound. And a canary is the mascot for my football team, Norwich City Football Club. Unless it's too early to move on, of course. I do apologise. We've not put this lovely bird away. But we wish you all the best, and that's very kind you care about your bird, and we hope you feel better soon. Do you have Snap that we can subscribe to? No, I do not have Snapchat. Although I've been speaking to my agency about the Snapchat thing, I'd be a bit cautious because I'm a teacher. That's why. So I don't have an open messaging service on my TikTok or my Insta because of that. So I don't know about that one. So like, I'm a teacher. I have to be very careful online and show my students that as well, because I teach safety, e-safety as well. So I hope you see this, Tommy. But can you do any tips for my CCAT? I'm so sorry what a CCAT is. I don't know. I'll tell you what I'm going to do. I will Google that straight after. I'll take a screenshot and I will Google what that is. And I will see if I can give you some advice. Harry Potter is overrated. I mean, I'm not arguing with you. I'm not like that big on it. I'm more of a Back to the Future kind of guy. I didn't mind Lord of the Rings either. Hunger Games was good. I like Stranger Things and all that. But yeah, Harry Potter, it's a big franchise. Fantastic. My wife just said it's fantastic. There we go. So I've lost one. I'm bad at maths. Any tips? First off, where you're going wrong is you've already hit yourself hard with a negative. You can't be bad at maths. You're just struggling at certain things and you haven't got it yet. But you can do and you will do. You just haven't got it yet. Okay? Sit down with your teacher. Number one tip. Sit down with your teacher saying, I care. I want to do well. What am I struggling with? What can I do better in class? What work could you send me? Speak to your teacher every single time. I drew fan art of you, Tommy. I love fan art. Send it to us on Instagram. Tag us in it. My wife will capture it and see it, and we might even repost that. We've done that with fan art before. We love that. Anyone taking their time doing fan art, we've got a lot of time. As a teacher, I feel like people are just showing off their artwork. I love that. It's great. So yeah, go for it. My mum has all the Harry Potter books. Yeah, my wife does. She loves her Harry Potter stuff. Absolutely loves it. The circle blue lights is reflecting off you. Yeah, your glasses making it look like you have like the eyes. Like you have big blue. Yeah, I do. Well, I do have blue eyes. But they're not like that. Yeah, I know. Sorry. What do you think of Thomas and Friends? I love Thomas and Friends. They're 2, they're 4, they're 6, they're 8. Shunting, trucks and hauling freights. Red and green. So I could do the whole song. Brown and blue. So I won't. I'm sorry. I love it. I grew up with that. Obviously, my kids are into it. My little nephew's into it. I'm a big Thomas and Friends fan. Who doesn't like Thomas the Tank Engine? You know what I mean? Cadet Center for Adventurous Training. Wow, that sounds amazing. I did things like high ropes and stuff. Well, good luck, Cadet. I'd say just keep practicing as much as you can with your whoever you like, use your boss or whatever. But I'll have a look into what that program's like and see if I can give you some tips. Right, that cough is doing my head in. So, and it's probably doing your head in. If you've watched the live stream, you've been here live with us, thank you so much. If you're now watching this again, thank you. and share your comments for or against uniform. We've had a great chat, and I've noticed that we've had a bit more about school life. So I'm going to do an open Q&A for school life next time, because I really want to reach out in that positive sense. To all of you on here tonight in the stream, all 100 of you, thank you so much for sharing it. Once again, thank you so much to the 400 and basically 30,000 subscribers to my channel. It's insane. Guys, I appreciate you very much. And as always, the best way to support my channel is like, comment, share, and tell your friends and family, your parents, your aunties, your uncles, you met your best friends at school. Check out Teacher Tommy T. He's not bad. He's all right. He says it like it is. Anyway, take care, guys. Have a fantastic rest of your day, your evening, whatever you're doing. And I'll see you for another live stream very soon. Thank you all.